the truth doesn't always hide in the shadows. Sometimes, it wears a badge. Sometimes, it gives orders. And sometimes, the man assigned to protect the nation is the one selling it piece by piece? Tonight, we uncover the story of a decorated intelligence officer. A man trusted with secrets worth billions. A man who swore loyalty to his. But behind closed doors, he was building an empire of lies. This is the story of betrayal. This is the story of power. This is the story of secrets of a corrupt officer. Officer Daniel Cross was everything the agency admired. Sharp mind. Calm under pressure. Flawless service record. He had led covert missions overseas, negotiated high-risk exchanges, and dismantled criminal networks without leaving fingerprints behind. Promotions came fast. Medals came faster. Inside headquarters, junior agents looked at him with respect. Cross never fails, they used to say. But power changes people. And absolute power? It reveals them. Daniel was recently assigned to oversee classified counterintelligence operations, a position granting access to sensitive surveillance systems, informant identities, black ops budgets, and confidential strike approvals. In simple words, he could make problems disappear. And no one would question him. At least, that's what he believed. It started small. A foreign intermediary contacted him through an encrypted channel. They didn't threaten him. They didn't pressure him. They offered him something simple. Money. Not millions. Just enough to test him. All they wanted was non-critical information. Nothing that would harm anyone, they claimed. Just movement schedules. Operational patterns. Budget allocations. Harmless. That's how corruption begins. Not with betrayal, but with justification. Daniel told himself, it's just information. No one will get hurt. I deserve more than this salary. The first transfer went unnoticed. So did the second. Then the third. And soon, Daniel realized something dangerous. He was untouchable. Money changes your lifestyle. But secrecy changes your mind. Daniel bought properties under shell companies. Offshore accounts. Anonymous investments. But greed is addictive. His foreign contacts became bolder. They didn't just want schedules anymore. They wanted names. Undercover operatives. Field assets. Whistleblowers inside dangerous networks. Daniel hesitated. This wasn't harmless anymore. These were real people. But by now, he was trapped. Because corruption doesn't just give you money. It gives others leverage. The intermediary sent him proof records of every illegal transaction Daniel had made. If you stop cooperating, they warned, everything goes public. Daniel had crossed the line. Now there was no turning back. Around this time, something unexpected happened. A junior analyst named Ryan Malik noticed irregularities in the database. Surveillance logs had been accessed at unusual hours. Budget approvals had mismatched signatures. Operation files had silent modifications. Ryan wasn't suspicious of Daniel. Not yet. He simply believed it was a clerical error. So he did what any responsible analyst would do. He reported it to Daniel Cross. Big mistake. Daniel realized immediately that someone was looking too closely. He smiled calmly when Ryan sat in his office. Good catch, Daniel said. I'll handle it. And he did. Within weeks, Ryan was reassigned to a high-risk overseas mission based on urgent intelligence. The mission was a setup. The intel was false. The location was compromised. The operation failed before it began. Ryan never returned. Official report. Operational miscalculation. Unofficial truth? A thread had been removed, without a trace leading back to Daniel. After that, Daniel changed. He became colder, more strategic. Anyone who questioned orders was transferred. Anyone who pushed too hard was sidelined. Anyone who dug too deep faced career-ending accusations. He wasn't just selling secrets anymore. He was shaping outcomes. Approving missions that benefited his foreign contacts. Redirecting investigations away from suspicious networks. Withholding intelligence that could have prevented attacks. Each decision strengthened his secret partners. Each choice weakened his own agency. But inside headquarters, Daniel remained a hero. He received another reward. Another promotion. Another handshake from leadership. The perfect officer. With perfect lies. Corruption thrives in darkness. But patterns always leave shadows. A senior internal auditor, Agent Sophia Reed, began noticing something strange. Failed missions shared one common factor: Daniel's authorization. Agents reassigned before operations collapsed. Encrypted files accessed minutes before leaks occurred. Sophia didn't accuse. She observed. She tracked timestamps. She cross-referenced financial behavior with classified access logs. It took months. Careful, quiet months. Because accusing someone like Daniel without proof? Career suicide. But Sophia wasn't chasing rumors. She was chasing patterns. And patterns don't lie. Sophia proposed a fake operation. A high-value intelligence transfer involving fabricated data. Only 3 people would know the full details. Sophia. The director. Daniel Cross. The operation file was planted with traceable markers, invisible digital signatures embedded in the metadata. If the information leaked, they would know exactly where it came from. Daniel reviewed the file personally. 2 days later, foreign intelligence intercepted the exact fabricated information. The trap had worked. But proving it would be dangerous. Because Daniel wasn't just corrupt. He was powerful. And cornered predators are the most dangerous. Daniel sensed something. Meetings felt different. Conversations were shorter. Eyes lingered longer. He accessed internal systems to check surveillance on himself. That's when he saw it. Audit flags. Restricted file reviews. His access history under examination. The walls were closing in. So Daniel did what corrupt officers always do when exposed. He escalated. He attempted to erase financial trails. Triggered system overrides. Even authorized a risky field operation meant to distract leadership from internal review. But Sophia anticipated this. Every move Daniel made only strengthened the case against him. Because now, he wasn't just selling secrets. He was actively sabotaging his own agency. It didn't happen in a dramatic shootout. There were no explosions. No car chases. Just a quiet conference room. The director sat at the head of the table. Sophia beside him. Daniel entered calmly. "Is this about the audit?" he asked. The director slid a folder across the table. Bank records. Encrypted communications. Metadata leak confirmation. Operation manipulations. Daniel looked at each page slowly. No panic. Just silence. "You're making a mistake," he finally said. But this time, there was no one left to manipulate. Security entered the room. Daniel Cross, decorated officer, national hero, trusted leader, was escorted out of the building he once controlled. Not as a commander, but as a suspect. The investigation uncovered years of damage. Compromised missions. Lost assets. Financial manipulation. Strategic leaks benefiting foreign adversaries. The cost wasn't just money. It was trust. Within the agency. Within the government. Within the system itself. Daniel had not just betrayed people. He had betrayed belief. And that kind of damage takes years to repair. Corruption rarely looks evil at first. It looks reasonable. Temporary. Harmless. It whispers. No one will know. Just this once. You deserve more. But power without accountability becomes poison. And loyalty without integrity becomes a weapon. Daniel Cross had everything. Respect. Authority. Opportunity. And he traded it for greed. Because in the end, the most dangerous threat to any agency is not the enemy outside. It's the traitor within. Behind every badge lies responsibility. Behind every secret lies trust. And when that trust is broken, nations bleed in silence. This was Secrets of a Corrupt Officer. And remember, the darkest secrets are often hidden in plain sight.